Hey there, welcome to my YouTube page. I am so delighted that you are here with me. If you like the content, please hit that subscribe button where you can get more of it. This is not your first time at YouTube, so you know how it goes. My name is Steffani Salter. I am a transformational light coach, and I have worked with professional women who are ready to do less and be more, and they are ready to enjoy the lifestyles that they have worked so hard to build. So today I want to talk to you about one of the courses that we offer on the app. If you're interested in joining the community, download Divine Gypsy Urban Ashram and join our community. So one of these courses that has just been doing amazing on the app is called The Power of Flow, Invoking when to say yes and when to say no. I know there has been a time in your life, you can think of it right now, where you said yes, but you should have said no, that you said no when you should have said yes, or you just wasn't sure if you said yes was the right thing. So this course really is for you. We are going to talk about some of the parts of it today. This is a way to master discernment. And we talk about how the importance of yes and no really allows us to stay and stick into our optimum level of flow. So the first part that we talk about the course is the introduction to our flow state. Athletes talk about this all the time. They talk about being in the zone, and the zone is a type of flow. It is when we are optimizing our full potential. It is when we are working effortless. It is when we feel our most authentic self. It feels like things are just working and moving, and just it feels amazing. You feel like you have created at your highest level. Maybe you're at the job and you're in the middle of a project and you're sort of just getting everything done and you feel full of energy. This is what it means to be in the flow. We've all been in the flow, but staying in the flow, or really realizing when we're in the flow, is something sometimes we miss. So the beginning, we talk about the importance of yes and no and how it affects our flow, right? You have to think when an athlete is in that zone, they are making quick decisions on what plays to do and what shots to take. And they're really just effortlessly knowing that really quickly. So being able to know the power of yes and no in that flow is super dope. I tell you, I got bars. I feel like it. So I'm going to go through just more of some of these techniques with you, see if it resonates with you. My marketing guru said that 16 minutes of time with me will allow you to fall in love with the content. So I'm going to give you 16 minutes of a little bit about this course that I do with a lot of my clients. So the other part, after we really talk about our flow and we really identify that flow for us, the first part is the invocation of yes. Think of a time right now where you said yes and it lit you up. It lit your soul up. You said yes and it was a full body yes. So we talk about the invocation, invoking yes. And yes is about being in receptivity mode. It's about your heart being open. It is in a position of readiness. And we can get in the season of yes in our life. Some people have experienced seasons of yes in their life. I know I have. When I was in a season of yes in my life, it was when I was really ready to expand and grow my business. I needed help. I needed someone to come in and help me make the vision clear and to build. And so I just opened up my heart. And I was in the season of yes. If anybody wanted to offer me help, I was like, yes. Hey, I got this resource. Would you want me to send it to you? Yes. And I just found that being in that receptivity, invoking the spirit of yes, was a full body experience. And it was opening myself up to really receive what I have flowed out. A lot of people who are overgivers, who feel like they give themselves to so many people, sometimes they have a block. And that's what we identify in the course too. Is there a block to your yes? Is there something that is preventing you to being in the season of yes, even though discernment and spirit is saying it's time for me to be open? It could be things that block that yes for us. Maybe you're ready to find love again. Maybe there's someone that's interested in you and you want to take the relationship further, but something is stopping you. And it could just be blocks to your yes. Maybe past relationships, other things that failed. So we really look at things that may be blocking us from invoking that yes. We talk about if that yes will get us closer to what we desire. Does that yes lead us ultimately to our goals? How does that power of yes really get us closer to connect to that what we seek? And so we dive into that first portion of invoking yes in all the ways that we can follow the things that light us up and how to be open in receptivity. So the second part is the invocation of no. No got a whole spirit. That invocation of no is a time where we may need to set boundaries and protect ourselves, protect our time and protect our energy and protect our attention. And let me tell you, the invocation of no, when you are in the season of no, if you're an overgiver, if you've extended yourself beyond your abilities, if you feel like you've overcommitted and you're just juggling all these things, the power of no is our protection wand. It is the invocation to say, I need to put on the brakes. I need to protect my energy and my time and my attention. Even if you're at work, like one of my clients, she is a project manager. And so it is her job to sort of take on a lot of these different projects to make sure things are moving. But it was most imperative for her to really be in flow, to really make sure that everybody had everything they needed without her feeling overwhelmed. So after she took this course, she was blown away about when to say no, right? When someone was trying to dump something on her that wasn't her responsibility, and she could confirmly in her spirit say, nope, and hand it back and not feel no type of way. And other times where it was opportunities for her to grow and to teach and potentially help some other project managers in designing like a course. And she thought, would this be more work? But then knowing how yes shows up in her body and going through the course, she said yes to that opportunity and actually allowed her to become an instructor for project managers, put a program together, and it led to a promotion that she absolutely didn't think she was qualified, but she wound up getting. So that power of no can be critical in your professional life and in your personal life as well. So we talk about those times today to say no. I think the invocation of no is so important now, with everything pulling our attention, with everything pulling at us to get so many things done. Most of my clients are career women, professional women, have families, or single and dating, or help take care of their family, or community activists and do a lot of work in social impact. And so there's so many passions and so many desires that they have, and they're just not quite sure on how to say no to things. And you sometimes overcommit, and it's a slippery slope, right? No one wakes up and picks 200 things to do. It is a slippery slope. And so really when to know you're in a season of no in your life. And normally that means it's time to rest. It's time to reevaluate. Does that no get you closer to what your soul needs? Is saying no what you need in that moment to get rest, to get rejuvenated, to get clarity, to recalibrate? That is what the invocation of no can do for us. And being able to flow in and out of the state of yes and the state of no is a thing that we really talk about in this course to learn how to master that discernment. And so after that, we talk about different meditation techniques. So the embodiment of yes. Where does yes show up in your body? Do it right now. Think of something that if an opportunity came to you right now, you would absolutely say yes to. Would you like this $1 million, ma'am? Yes. Would you like to have this clean bill of health? Yes. Where does yes show up in your body? Where do you feel it? For me, I feel it in my chest. I feel it here in my heart chakra. I feel a lightness. And so we can actually see where yes shows up in our body. And through some of the meditation techniques I take my clients through, they're able to now see where yes shows up in their body. Now, where does no show up in your body? Think of something right now or something recent someone has asked of you and you said no. It could be a soft no. It could be a gentle no. It could be a firm no. It could be a hell no. It could be a hell no. It could be a no dog. Either way, where does that show up in your body? Take a second. No for me is in my gut. It is right under my belly button. It comes from there. It comes up. And even if it's a gentle no, it's coming from my gut. And I can feel it. So even when I'm in a situation, I'm presented with the opportunity and someone's saying, oh, Steffani, it's this great project. You got to be a part on it. This person's going to be a part of it. This panel, you have all this opportunity in this. I kind of, as I'm hearing them, I'm really checking in with my body to already see what's coming up from me. Is it lighting me up? Can I already connect the dots to say that this opportunity will lead me to somewhere that I've already mapped out for myself? Or is this going to be drawn out? Is it going to take a lot of my time and energy? Is it what I really need for myself right now? And I check in with my body. And sometimes when my head is like, hell yeah, my body is saying, hell no. Sometimes when my mind is saying no, right? Maybe it's a no from fear. My heart is saying, absolutely yes, this is where we need. So being able to do the embodiment practices, the other part that we do through meditative techniques, breathing techniques, so that we can really invoke that spirit and know when it shows up in our life or when to call it forth, right? So that is the other part. And the last part, of course, is practical application, right? How do we integrate this knowledge now into our day-to-day lives? How do we get that yes and no going for us in our day-to-day flow? So we talk about little techniques, little tips that we can do when to say yes and when to say no. One of the things I love in a daily devotional that a lot of people do that they would normally do on their to-do list, we don't want to do to-do lists anymore. We write down what our desire is for the day, what we're building, what could we where could we be? How could we invoke that ball to move further to our goals and to our dreams? And so we can just ask in our day-to-day intentions to say, let me know, internal guiding system, what I should say yes to today and what I should say no to today. And you practice it. You practice the embodiment. You practice the intuitive practices that we learn too, of that, where that intuition comes from, and then also how to weigh it. You don't always have to say yes and no right away. That is something we absolutely talk about in the practical application. Some things do not require your response right away. You actually get to say, I need a moment. You actually get to say, let me think about it. And not just think about it, but let me think about it. Let me think about it. Because we have 3 intelligence centers that we have to consider: our head intelligence, our heart intelligence, and our gut intelligence. So you get to think about it, and you don't need to say yes or no right away. Most of us are not heart surgeons. Most of us are not in emergency situations in a day-to-day life. Yet we set up our life as if everything needs to be handled right away. Every response, every text, everything needs to be an urgency, and it doesn't have to. So we talk about the practical application of being able to take a beat, to take a breath, to say pause, so that you can really align to see if that yes or that no will get you closer to your goals, to your dreams, to your desires, and if it really serves you in that moment. So much of our time and our attention is backtracking, because we don't take the moment to pause and to figure out, is this an opportunity for me to say yes or for me the opportunity to say no? And so we spend a lot of time cleaning up messes, making mistakes. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, right. And sometimes we think it's our focus or ADD or our attention span or brain cloud, or we think it's these other things, when sometimes it simply could be we just have not learned the power of yes and the power of no. And then we haven't learned how to be intentional about invoking those spirits. And they are spirits, because spirits lead us to where we need to go. They are internal guide systems, but they ultimately show up and manifest themselves in our choices and our decisions. So right now, really quick, right now, something that you are ready to say yes to, rather the opportunity is in front of you or not. A promotion, a vacation, a new love, something you're ready to say yes to, a new move, a retreat, a new look, right? Something that you are ready to say yes to. Write that down. Now, on the other side of the coin, write something that you are ready to say no to. Maybe you are on a health kick. You're doing intermittent fasting, want to lose a couple pounds, and you may be saying, I need to say no to eating out. I need to say no to some things that would prevent me from being able to meet my goals. Maybe you have some financial goals right now. I know the finance one that you need to say no to so that you can stick in your budget. Maybe you got to say no to that trip that those friends want to go on. Maybe you need to say no to going out this weekend because you need to save your money, right? And that no could be like, ouch, ouch, ouch. But when you honor yourself and when you honor your no and you honor your intuition, it feels so good after. I know sometimes I have said no, like I've taken the beat, I've come back to someone and it's been really important to me. And I've said, I respectfully have to decline. It's going to be a no for me. And it hurt in that moment. But the moment that person either walked away or I shut the email, after I know, I felt the best relief. I felt so proud of myself. I felt confident. I felt secure. And sometimes when I wasn't sure if that no was the right, I would ask Spirit for confirmation. And sure enough, I would get information down the line and say, oh, that thing went wrong or it went left. And I'm like, knew I said no to it, right? So you get those affirmations, you get those confirmations, and you just keep building upon that day and day. So I hope you got a little something from this. Again, if this sounds something that really resonates, that you really would love to take a deeper dive and really learn this principle and this practice, please download the app Divine Gypsy Urban Ashram. Subscribe to this YouTube page. Like more content. I'll give you a little bit more about the courses that we dive into. And after all, we are human beings, not human doings. See you guys next time.